YouTube, this is Regina, aka Diva G, here with my darling, dear, sweet baby girl, Aaleyah-Ngozi. I wanted to give you a little bit of an update on my dear, sweet baby girl. As you can see, we're dressed alike, and she is in this wonderful two-piece outfit. This is a beautiful little, I guess you call a little romper, and as you can see, it has these lovely suspenders and this floral ruffle fringes to the suspenders and this beautiful bow, this head bow that came with it, and she has on these lovely little bone sandals and her little jewelry and her little ankle bracelet. Yes, she has a little ankle bracelet. Yes, she has on her other jewelry and her earrings and everything. So, can you tell anything different about Aaleyah-Ngozi? Well, I will tell you that she gained a little bit of weight. Yes, she has. She's gained some weight. And she is just even more scrumptious, even more cuddly. Well, Aaleyah-Ngozi, as you know, she is a new addition to the family, and she is a very, very sweet baby girl, just wonderful. And I want to tell you what I managed to do. She, of course, was, a new member to the family and very cuddly and what have you. But I thought I would like to have her a little bit heavier. And I thought about it, I prayed about it, and I said, well, you know what? I think I'm going to re-weight my baby. So I went back to some videos that I had been watching, over a year ago, of reborning and what have you. And one video in particular by Jackie Ortiz, about weighting babies and what to do and how to do and different things. So I already had some glass beads, and I had different supplies because, as you may remember, I did attempt to reborn a doll, a much smaller doll, a few months back with Luminaire air dry paint. And in my haste to get her all done, I didn't let the layers dry in between, and so she came out very muddy, and I washed everything off. And some other reborn artists that are very well experienced, they told me, they said, well, it's better if you have a kit that's larger so that you would be able to work with it a bit better, and so on and so forth. So I took that advice. But for Aaleyah-Ngozi, I wanted to re-weight her, so I went about re-weighting her, and I got her to where she felt like even more cuddly, and she's still very floppy, as you can see, and she still is very, very, movable and what have you, like that. So I took her to the post office to have her weighed, and I had her wrapped in a lovely receiving blanket, and there was a short line, not long, but a short line. So I said, okay, well, I can get in here and without anyone really noticing too much. But then a lady turns around on the line and she said, oh, you have a baby? I said, yes. And I kind of turned away, and she says, oh, I have a brand new granddaughter, but she's in Jamaica, the island of Jamaica. And I said, really? She said, yes. And I haven't seen her yet and everything. And she just kept talking. And another lady looked at me, and then she says, she came close to me and she says, may I see her? And I said, sure you can. So I pulled the cover off of her face real quick, and then I put it back. She says, oh, she's beautiful. She has the most beautiful eyes. And I said, well, thank you. So she continued to kind of talk and what have you. And then I said, do you want to hold her? So another lady looked at me as if to say, you're going to let her hold your baby? And then I said, well, would you like to hold her? She said, would you let me? And I said, well, yes. I said, as long as you promise to hold her very carefully because she is a newborn baby and, you got to hold her head and everything. She says, oh, yes, yes, yes. So I gently placed Aaleyah-Ngozi in her arms and she cradled her. And I pulled the receiving blanket off of her face again. And she said, oh my gosh. So what I did was I touched her eyes so she would see, and she says, she's a doll. And I said, yes, she is. So the other lady looked back at me and a couple of other people and a gentleman looked around. And I said, yes, she's what's called a reborn. I said I brought her in because I want them to weigh her because I weighted her and I want to see what her exact weight is. And they was like, oh my gosh, she looks beautiful. She's so real. I said, yes, she has human hair. And, I went into this whole big thing about, her artist is Kimberly from Kimberly's Cocoon and what have you, and the beautiful box opening, the beautiful box packing and openings that she affords the mommies to have, and what have you. So there was 3 people that were working behind the window. There was a gentleman and 2 ladies, and I've seen them for decades. So they know me, but they've never seen me come in to weigh a baby. So the gentleman, he came from behind the counter to take care of something, and he looked, and he was like, oh, it's creepy, and I looked, I said, she's beautiful, she's a baby. He says, yes, she is beautiful. So I get up there, and lo and behold, who has to weigh her but him? So you had to put her under the window and everything like that, and so we go ahead, and I put her on the weight, and he's looking at her, and then other 2 ladies behind the window are looking too. He's looking at her. I said, well, you can touch her if you want to. He said, no, she's real pretty, but no, that's kind of creepy. I said, well, she's beautiful. He says, yeah, she is. So he then told me that she was 6 pounds 10 ounces. Do you know what 6'10" is? That is my birthday. So I thought that was absolutely fabulous. I said, oh my gosh, that's my birthday. He said, yes. And I was like, yes, it is. So I was so excited and everything. So then the 2 other ladies who were behind the window, they looked at her and they thought she was gorgeous, which she absolutely is. I mean, I just wished you could really see the beauty in her eyes. I mean, these green eyes with these green-gray eyes with these blue flecks. She's gorgeous, and these beautiful lips and her hair. I mean, she's just absolutely beautiful. So anyway, I then, wanted to mention to Kimberly that I had reweighted her because, of course, I am so in love with her and Serenity Rose, and I respect Kimberly so much as an artist and everything. And I mentioned to her that I reweighted her and I didn't want her to be offended in any way. And she says, oh, why would I be offended? She said, that's beautiful. I'm so happy that you love her, and all collectors should really know how to do those things, because she is yours, and to do what you want. And she says, I'm so happy that you love her and that you were able to do it, and what have you. So I am very, very excited that I was able to reweight my baby girl. And I guess down, a little bit later on, what I'll be able to do is to begin to paint as well, and which will be a lot of fun. And look at her, she looks so cute. She looks so cute. My mother always says, put a pacifier in her mouth. Put a pacifier in her mouth. My mother gets a kick out of seeing her with a pacifier. I don't know. It's so funny. She wants to see her with a pacifier. She wants to wake up Serenity Rose. My mother is so funny. My daddy, he thinks that she looks so cute. He's like, oh, this one, her eyes are open, and he says her head is heavy, and all of these things. But in any event, we've just been having so much fun together. I just love my darling baby, and we're just having so much fun, and she's just ever so cuddly, Yes. Well, Aaleyah-Ngozi, say, see you later. See you later from our home to your home. We love you. Bye.